and today we are looking at savings made easy. So we shall be discussing about savings. This is a topic that most of us know a lot about, but we agree, yes, we have a lot of information, but we still have questions that we ask ourselves, and we would need answers. But more importantly, we need to start. So this is ABC of savings with Racquel, Maina, Onyando, and let's get you started. Now, why do we have problems with savings? Most of us have the information, like I said before, but what we are lacking is the starting point, okay? And for us to be able to start and to begin, we need to ask ourselves some questions. And once we have answers to these questions, believe you me, you'll be on your road to actually saving. So you need to understand, why do you need to save? What are you saving? Where are you saving? And even how do you actually save? All right? So why is very important. As with any goal that you have in life, you need to establish and understand and have the goals so clear, okay? Ask yourself, why am I saving? And once you understand why you're saving, you'll be able to classify your goals to either what we learned in school as short-term or long term. Okay, by short term I want to redefine the term short term, because short term can be as short as a month all the way to 3 years. What am I talking when I say a month? I know personally of a group of women who save daily. Okay, these are people who have businesses that generate some income daily, but they save daily, put aside a portion, sorry, so that by the end of the 30 days, they have a certain amount of money accumulated to help them meet a certain target. For example, they want to increase the stock in their shop. So you'll find people will save 50 shillings a day. By the way, never, ever, ever look down upon any amount that you can put aside for future use. 50 shillings saved diligently every day for 30 days is 1,500. 1,500 can actually help somebody even do something they needed to do, even shop, okay, for their home. All right, so never, ever minimize the seed that you're holding in your hand. Okay, but I also know people who are able to do that. They put in about 1,000 shillings a day. By the end of the month, they have 30,000 shillings. So it depends on you. And here I want to put a disclaimer: no amount of money is little. It all depends on your goals. It all depends on your ability. Start right where you are. So some of the reasons why people save, other than increasing the stock in their shops, okay, we find ourselves saving for emergency fund. This is very important. If you do not understand what it is, I shall do another video. Please subscribe so that you're notified when I do a video on emergency fund, why you need to have it, what it is, and what is it for. Okay, you could also be saving for vacation. We know most of us in December we shall be going on a vacation, unless something that we can't, stop, like corona happens. Yeah, we know December or August we are going on holiday, and some of us even know we are going to Mombasa, you're going to Malindi, we are going to Dubai. You know yourself. Okay, why wait for that time, then go looking for loans, okay, short-term expensive loans, while you could save from this month of March and have your money available for you to use in December. Other reasons why people would find it necessary to save: they desire a certain phone, they cannot afford it, and they do not want to take a loan, so they could, it's important, or it would be wise to save for home refurbishment. You even want to buy a car or exchange the car, or even take your car for service. So like I said, it depends on you, and it can be as short as you want it to be, or as long as you want it to be, so long as it doesn't go beyond 3 years, as the textbook tell us. So anything above 4 years is what we call long term, and this we are looking at bigger amounts. Okay, you're thinking about your child's education, you're thinking about a course, an extra course, education, extra papers you want to get, a business you want to start, a home you want to build, some land you want to buy, and also most importantly for your retirement. Let me say this again, this is a very important topic. I will be covering saving for retirement later. So please subscribe. Let us learn and not just accumulate information. Let us be doers. Okay, my channel is actually created on the premise of helping you become and do, not just learn and keep. All right, so after you have established your why, you need to ask yourself where do you save? Okay, and as you see, I have named just but a few. You could save at home. I know I have seen even groups, WhatsApp groups and Facebook groups that have been formed in line with this, where you identify, you just get a gadget, yeah, or a container at home. You identify, this is where I'll be putting my coins, my change, the money that I have, and even purposefully and intentionally save at home. So you open a small slot where you actually can save. Okay, banks also give this, especially if you are saving, you have an account for children. They give you, I've seen cabs, I've seen elephants, it's interesting things that help create the culture of saving. I've also seen people with jars at home. If you look at our photo here, this is a jar where coins are put in. Whatever money you come with from shopping, from your endeavors during the day, you put it down there, and then you can make a whole celebration of counting how much you have there. All right, another way you can save is through chamas. Chamas are very powerful in Kenya. Yes, we know. I mean, 9 out of 10 women are in chamas. Okay, but what are you using your chamas for? These are just holding. You use them as ways of saving, where you save a certain amount, and maybe because you do not have the discipline to do the saving by yourself, or you want to quicken how soon you can get your phone, okay, or your utensils, or even the farm, the shambas, okay? You come in as a group of like-minded people, you agree to be contributing a certain amount of money, all right? And uh, then you give each other when it is your turn. I'm just using the simplified version of Chama, where it's merry-go-round. You receive your money when it is your turn, and that is a form of saving. Phones, we are always having our phones with us every time you have your phone around you. So you could use this gadget that you're always carrying. There are different instruments within the phone that can help you save. I know Safaricom has Mshwari, and it also has log saving, which is a form of a fixed account. All right, and of course, what we all know, banks have accounts where you can actually open a savings account where you put your money there for a particular purpose, and then you have it there. We also have fixed accounts which are termly. Like you could say, I want to save for 8 months, I want to save for a year, I want to save for 3 months. Yes, it's periodical. So you commit to put your money there for a period of time, hoping to earn some interest. Okay. Other ways, especially which have brought so many questions, are the money market. Money market also is where you open an account with financial institutions. This could be banks and insurance companies, and then you start saving your money. But here your money pays you a little more interest than all the others. Now, when we look at the home bank and the Chama, they do not give you any interest, especially the simplified form of Chama. You receive what you put in. But the phone, the Mshwari, the log savings have tried to inculcate some level of interest, very, very minimal, but it is there. All right. Then we have banks accounts, which will give you some interest. Fixed account has fixed interest that you expect at the end of the term, which you're most likely to lose if you do not let your money stay up to full term. Money market, on the other hand, introduces an aspect that I will want you to think about every time you think about money, every time you think about saving. There's a word I want you to think about: compounding, the power of compounding. This is where you put in your money. Your capital is actually earns you interest, and this interest is predicted daily, but given to you maybe at the end of the month. Okay. And once this interest is put into your account, the following month, your opening balance is definitely the amount you put in plus the interest, and if you have any addition. So compound interest is where we say your money earns interest and your interest earns interest. Okay, that is the first step to your money working for you. We also have treasury bills, we have treasury bonds. These are government issued and organization issued, and we'll look at those ones. And we also have insurance. Insurance could also be give you the form of savings, okay, especially for long term, and most of them also offer you what we call the money market option. All right, so we may go further and look at we may go further and look at, having looked at the why and having looked at the where. I know it is important that we also ask ourselves, what are you saving? All right? What are you saving? Now, the what comes very closely to the why. So once you identify what your goal is, you have a phone, you are saving towards. So the what is linked to the why. You have a phone you want to buy. This is your greatest desire, to buy the phone. So how much does it cost? It costs you 60,000. And how long do you think it will take you to save 60,000? Doing your maths and depending on the current expenditure and your budget, you decide you'll be putting aside 5,000 shillings. So 5,000 times 12, by the end of the year, if you began in January, by the end of December, you should have your 60,000. So the what is the amount that you decide to put aside. So after you decide what to put aside, we go to the where, and then I've mentioned about money market. This has generated a lot of interest. I will do a video on how to get into the money market individually. What I want to recap, it is offered by financial institutions such as banks and insurance firms. We have interest ranging between 8 to 9, sometimes going all the way to 11%, okay, per annum, which is calculated and given, loaded daily, okay. So if it is 9%, okay, per year, then you divide that to see how much of that will go into a day. Let's say, for example, it's on a good year when you have 10%, okay? So 10% per year, that means what? That means you're making 10% of the value of what you have. If it's 1,000 shillings, you make 10% of 1,000 shillings, that is 100 shillings, right? Then that 100 shillings is distributed to see how much you will earn the first year. So it will be 100 divided by 12, around a shilling will be loaded into your account with the capital of 1,000 every year. So, okay, now this is where we get what we talked about, the compound interest. So meaning the next month or the second month, if your capital was 1,000, it will be 1,000 plus the 1 shilling or plus the one the interest, then you add the 1,000 shillings. What I want to bring in mind before I even go deeper into money market, it is very good because your money starts working for you, okay? And number two, it is accessible to you and your principal is safe, all right? If you want to learn more about the money market and the how do you actually start, please join me in my next video. All right, but before we get to the next one, we shall look at briefly understanding what is T-bills, what are treasury bills, and what are treasury bonds, and quickly get into the money market. We shall also look at how to get into saving with the T-bills and the T-bonds. How do you get them? What are they? Are they for you? All right, so we've come to the end of today's presentation. My name is Racquel. Please look out for my next video. Kindly subscribe so that we keep learning. If you have any question, send them into the comments. I will respond to each and every one of your questions. Have an amazing day ahead. Thank you.